The Puranas present Hiranyaksha as the son of Diti and Kashyapa. Kashyapa was an ancient sage who was one of the Saptarishis in the present Manavatara. He was the father of the Devas, Asuras, Nagas, and of all the humanity. In this Puranic version, the good Suras and the evil Asuras are the children of the same Kashyapa, and there is a constant war between good and evil. Kashyapa was married to Vinata, who was the daughter of a Daksha. She was married to Kashyap along with her 12 sisters. They all lived happily as his wives and they attended to all his comforts. He was so pleased with them that he blessed them by granting each of them a boon. Maharishi Kashyapa's wife Vinita once laid 2 eggs, but they did not hatch for a long time. Impatient, Vinata broke one of the eggs. The child that emerged from the broken egg was incomplete, that is, its lower extremities were not formed. It had no legs or genitals. Out of the motherly affection, Vinata named her malformed son Aruna, the god of dawn. And over a period of time, Aruna became the charioteer of Lord Surya. Since Aruna's gender was not revealed, nobody was sure whether the child was a male or a female. One day, sage Mandhavya saw a woman carrying in a basket her sick husband to the house of a prostitute because that is what he desired. Unfortunately, while carrying her husband on her head, the women hit sage Mandhavya, and he became furious and cursed that her husband would die by the next sunshine. Horrified at these events, the women used her powers to chastity and prevented the sun from rising. Lord Surya's charioteer stopped in midway, giving Aruna an opportunity to take a break. Hence, Aruna wanted to utilize this opportunity and he always wanted to enter the heavenly abode and watch the Devakanyas dancing. He disguised himself as a girl, named himself Aruni, to watch the dances of the Apsara and enters heaven. That was forbidden for all male except Lord Indra. Lord Indra, who was present there, sees Aruni. He looked so beautiful that he instantly got attracted to her, and their union results in the birth of Vali. On learning of the transformation of Aruni, Lord Surya also wanted to see this beautiful maiden. When he saw her, he felt attracted to her, and their union resulted in the birth of Sugriva. Both the children were adopted by Ahalya, the wife of sage Gautama. The two boys once disobeyed sage Gautama, and out of rage he cursed them to be turned into monkeys. And the monkey king Riksha, ruler of Kishkinda, adopted them as his children, as he was also childless. So this is the story of the birth of Vali and Sugriva in the Mahabharata. They are arch rival between Arjuna and Karna. Vali, also known as Bali in several Indian languages, was very famous for the boon he had received, according to which anyone who fought with him in a single combat lost half of his strength to Vali, thereby making Vali invulnerable to any enemy. He once called Ravana for a fight. Vali was during his regular evening prayers near the river when Ravana interrupted his prayers. He was so furious that he took Ravana in his tail and took him around the world. Ravana was dejected and felt humiliated. He humbly requested for a truce. It is said that in the Ramayana, Vali was very brave and courageous, but it was his regular practice that before dawn he used to go from the east coast of the sea to the west coast and from the north coast of the city to the south coast to pay his homage to Lord Surya, the sun god. He used to toss the mountain peaks upward and catch them as if they were play balls during his trip around the earth. After completing the tedious task of paying homage to the sun god in all 4 directions, he used to return to Kishkinda. Vali was the husband of Tara. As one story goes, there were 14 types of gems or treasures that were produced from the churning of the ocean. One gem is of that various apsaras were produced, and Tara was an apsara produced from the churning of the sea. Vali was present there at that moment, supporting the lords and asuras churning of the sea. He immediately fell in love with Tara and marries her. Tara was a benevolent character who supported her husband all the time. She even tried to stop him and begged him to not go to fight his own brother Sugriva by saying that it was God Rama who is helping Sugriva and he has come to Sugriva's rescue. Fighting him would mean death. But Vali replied to his wife that even if he is fighting against the gods, he can't ignore a challenge and fight and remain quiet. He adds that even if the caller for the fight had been his own brother Sugriva or his own son Angada, he would still go to fight. The great and pious Vanara king had been outraged to heed his brother Sugriva. Vali was fighting a Rakshasa named Dundubuddhi in a cave. Sugriva, by mistake, saw blood flowing out of the cave and assumed that his brother was killed. So he blocked the entrance of the cave with a boulder and left for Kishkinda, assuming that his brother was defeated by the Rakshasa. Vali, however, emerged victorious out of the cage and killed the Rakshasa. But he found the entrance of the cave blocked. He journeyed back to the kingdom to find Sugriva taking his place as the king and informing everybody that he was dead. Sugriva tried to explain the misunderstanding to Vali, but Vali was enraged. He did not listen. He then nearly killed Sugriva, except the fact that he escaped and fled into the forest. There, he eventually met Rama and Lakshmana. While Rama and Lakshmana were wandering in the forest in search of Sita, who was kidnapped by Ravana, Sugriva meets them and asks them about their plight. Continuing on their journey, Rama meets Hanuman and is impressed by his intelligence and skills as an orator. This also boosts Rama's confidence in Sugriva, as Sugriva tells him the story of how Vali became his enemy. In Sugriva's version, he is entirely innocent and Rama believed him. Sugriva is very scared of Vali, as he is full of doubts that Rama could kill him. So Rama had to somehow prove to him that he is mighty and stronger than Vali. He tells him many incredible stories of his own brother. As a proof, Rama shows a hole in a sal tree that Vali had made in one shot. And when it was Rama's turn, he penetrates 7 trees of sal in a row with one arrow, and also the arrow goes and strikes a huge rock and splits it into two. Sugriva is now convinced that Rama is the only great warrior who can kill his brother. Rama asks Sugriva to challenge Vali and bring him outside Kishkinda, as Rama explains that he's been in exile for 14 years and he cannot enter the city. And Rama, moreover, does not want any unnecessary bloodbath while he attacks Vali or his people to be included in the war. Sugriva then forms an alliance with Rama and they are traveling at length in search of Sita. So they too hashed a plan to topple Vali from the throne. Sugriva challenges Vali to a fight. When Vali sailed forth to meet the challenge, Rama emerged from the forest to shoot and kill him with an arrow from the back of a tree. Dying Vali, however, asks Rama a few questions. He says, "If you are searching for your wife, you should have come to me for help and friendship. Whoever took Sita, be it Ravana himself, I would have defeated them and would have brought them to your feet, O Majesty." Vali then questions Rama and says, "How is Sugriva right? He made my wife a widow and stole my kingdom. What was my crime to trying and killing him?" He further adds, "Even if I committed a crime, what is your right to kill me? I would have helped you in getting Sita. Your father, King Dashratha, helped my father, King Indra, to fight against the Rakshasas." Saying these, Vali expects a reply before his death. Rama makes the following replies to Vali. "The younger brother should be treated like a son. Even if he made a mistake, you should forgive him, especially when he promised to respect you for your whole life." And about the authority, Rama says that he had permission from King Bharata to spread righteousness and punish the evil, as he lost his kingdom while fighting with Mayavi and he is no more a king. How can he come to Vali to ask for help? After his eventual death, Sugriva recaptures his kingdom and regains his wife Ruma. Angada, the son of Vali and his wife Tara, is made Yuvraj and was crowned as a prince. Rama's slaying of Vali had a special significance. At the beginning, Vali argued with Lord Rama why he had to kill him in a cowardly way and strike him from behind a tree. Rama explained to him about the various Purusharthas and showed him in his Vishwarupa and granted him moksha. Vali was then convinced and also asked his son Angada to stand by his uncle Sugriva and assist in the divine work of Lord Rama. It is also said by some people that Rama promised Vali to give him a chance at revenge for his unjust murder. Vali was reincarnated as a hunter, Jara, in Mahabharata, that is in the Dwapara Yuga. According to the rules of Dharma, a warrior must first declare himself an enemy of his opponent before entering into battle. Secondly, a warrior's attack must never take place in secret. Vali, having heard a rumor of Rama's alliance with Sugriva, tells his wife that Rama is too noble a warrior to enter into this fight without declaring himself. Vali had that faith in humanity. Vali had committed a sin, though, against his own dharma by capturing Sugriva's wife Ruma and keeping her on his own side. According to the dharma of the king, one may settle disputes within one's territory, even if the disputes exist between brothers, and a king may punish within his own kingdom any one of his subjects who has committed a breach of dharma. However, Rama is not the king of Vali's territory. A king's dharma includes the power to punish, so long as the punishment is just. Unjust punishments could result in the destruction of the king and his family, while Rama and Vali were both kings. As a warrior, Rama was entitled by dharma to hunt forest creatures. To this day, is Rama's action correct according to dharma? Or do we think that his decision to ally himself with Sugriva are realistic according to human nature? What situations might he have experienced that made him make this decision?